Okay, there we go. Alright, and round number 2 underway. Isaac Trone playing Fire on the left, and Nomar playing Lightning on the right. We're getting a lot of Lightning this game, or this tournament, I guess, chat. So, Isaac said he told me the other day that he is bringing some spice to the tournament, and this opening the Salandit is insane, so this means he's probably playing the Roast Reveal Salazzle that says you can discard a Fire Energy to it to draw 2 cards, once per turn. Nomar immediately firing off a town map from the very beginning. This card is very powerful in this format, seeing as how you only have access to one of each card in your deck. Knowing what they are immediately is very helpful. So town map just tells you where they are. So there's some merit to players could say like, oh, well, just map your prizes and learn what they are so you know what they are. Well, that's fine and dandy and standard when you have multiple copies of a card and you can afford to like, alright, I'll just fish out one of the copies. There's only one copy, so you need to know where it is and get it when you need it. So that is why Town Map is a very powerful card in this format. No way to retreat the Regieleki, a light or a Rainbow Energy onto the Zapdos on the bench, and just a pass back to Isaac. Taking a look at his hand to see what we can come up with here. We see Sonya as a supporter. We see many supporters. We see Quick Ball. This deck looks pretty consistent at the moment. So let's see what Isaac has for us. We also see Guzma in the hand as well. There's a Sonya, going to search his deck for 2 basic Pokemon or 2 basic energy. And let's get some cards on the screen, chat. And here it is right here, the supporter for turn that Isaac has chosen is Sonya. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon or up to 2 basic energies, so you get one or the other. Isaac, seeing as how he only has this one Pokemon in play, I would say he is searching for 2 basic Pokemon to add to his board. I don't know what else his deck actually plays in it. I would assume maybe that Roaring Resolve Charizard line that says you can put 2 damage counters on it once per turn to search deck for 2 fire energies to attach to it. And then has a continuous Blaze Ball attack. So that is something that could be in Isaac's deck. He's checking out. I'm assuming we're looking at the deck right now just to map prizes. And, oh, so the first card we're definitely going to, well, we're checking prizes and seeing, like, what evolution chains we have available to us. So that's a big part about GLC as well. If you're playing a lot of Stage 1s and Stage 2s, you got to know what's prize and what isn't, and what you do and don't have access to. So, and that can actually tell a lot from the beginning turns, and that can give your opponent a lot of information. Like, oh, how come he didn't go for this yet? How come he didn't go for his Voltorb to get a Electrode following? How come he didn't go for, you know, how come the Psychic player didn't grab his Inkay immediately? So Isaac, grabbing Slugma and Ho-Oh. Slugma will turn into the Smooth Over Magcargo, that really awesome card from the Celestial Storm expansion. And let me go ahead and just rapidly download some more card images for us. Moltres. Seeing as how Isaac is powering this guy up, let's see what he has to offer for us. That's a Ho-Oh. I am out of my mind. Don't mind me not knowing my mons. Hello? Oh, okay. Alright, and that is a Ho-Oh that looks like Isaac is powering up here with that Sacred Fire attack. This came from the Celebrations expansion. That expansion that had featured a lot of the cool Classic Collection cards. Ooh, and Nomar, knowing that that Charmander turns into the continuous Blaze Ball Charizard, hunting it out immediately and taking a KO with Thunderous Assault on... Taking KO with Thunderous Assault on to the Charmander. Nomar accidentally just benched it immediately, like, oh yes, let's go. But Isaac's like, yo, there goes your hand, bro. So Nomar going down a prize, going down to 5. And Isaac deciding what he wants to front here. Is it the Salandit? Is it the Ho-Oh? Is it the Slugma? It might be the Salandit because it does have a retreat cost of 1. so we can easily pivot into whatever we need to. Granted, we don't hit the cards we want for Ho-Oh this turn, because I'm assuming this is what Isaac wants to set up. This Fire Blast attack to deal 120 and discard an energy attached to one of his from this Pokemon. Or Sacred Fire. Sacred Fire for 2 could knock out this Tynamo on the bench that only has 40 HP, blocking Nomar off from being able to to evolve into one of his Dynamotors and have 2 Pokemon that can surge a lightning energy from his discard pile to his bench once per turn. So Guzmahala, we're going to discard Gladian and a Fire Energy to search out a Stadium, a Tool card, and a Special Energy. I see that Burning Fire Energy coming to the front of Isaac's deck. Search out that Burning Energy. Magma Basin. If this card is basically Welder on wheels, attach a Fire Energy from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon, put 2 damage counters on it, and then attaching the Burning Energy for turn. There it is, that Burning Energy. This card can only be attached to a Fire Pokemon. If this card is discarded from the attack of the Fire Pokemon, sorry, oh my gosh. If this card is discarded by an attack of the Fire Pokemon this card is attached to, attach this card from your discard pile to that Pokemon after attacking. So as it discards the energy, it'll just come right back from the discard. What was this relevant to, chat? I believe there was it an Entei or like some Houndoom deck back in the Breakthrough expansion that had something similar to this that worked like that? But right there, a very synergetic move with this Ho-Oh, with that Fire Blast attack that makes you discard 1 energy, and it gets it right back from the discard due to its effect. So we're back on Nomar. Nomar going to play this Colress here for 4. Both players' benches aren't the biggest right now. And this is probably a good play from Isaac, or as an opponent. Just playing in GLC in general, it's probably not good to just bench. Like, if you don't see your opponents popping off immediately, it's probably not good to overbench your Pokemon, because if they do draw into Colress, then they just benefit off of you having the bigger board and so forth. So maybe after you see the Colress, that's a good idea to start like, okay, now I can start flooding out my bench and getting all the dudes out. Did everyone see the secret rares from Time Gazer and Space Juggler? Oh yeah, those cards are all insane. I really like the Origin Form Palkia, where it's based off of that one art piece Relativity. I can't remember the name of MC something is the name of the artist, but that card looks absolutely beautiful. I would not put it past if it goes up to over $100 after a few months. Same goes for that Path to the Peak. I don't think it'll reach like $100 or so, but oh my gosh, it looks ridiculous. The Path to the Peak literally has a little Snom on it too. It's so crazy. Imagine max raring in today's climate. Yeah, dude, for sure. It's expensive. Nomar looks like this is a quick ball search or something like that, but we're gonna grab a basic Pokemon here. It's Blitzel. Blitzel does turn into the Zebstrika from the Lost Thunder expansion, if y'all remember that card. With that Sprint Wireless ability, once during your turn before you attack, you may discard your hand and draw 4 cards. So Nomar hoping to get to this by his next turn. And just a Tetra Spark from the Ho-Oh, or sorry, from the Regieleki onto the Ho-Oh. We are back to Isaac's turn. Timer balling, hitting 1 heads. Gonna search the deck for 1 evolution Pokemon. It could either be this Magcargo or this Salazzle. Magcargo is the one that says you could search your deck for a card once per turn and put it to the top of your deck. And let's rapidly try to save both of these cards. Grabs the Salazzle. caught up. Sorry, I had to get some card images for us. Path is crazy good looking. Yo, I agree. Path looks absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to see what that card looks like in person. If I decide to play paper, it's the cheapest option possible. So it looks like you're playing Mali, bro. Nomar is playing the best deck. Yo, Lightning is super, super sick. And yo, what's up, Jared? Good to see you, bro. Always good to see you. And here is a Tate and Liza from Isaac's side. We see Isaac also got down the Entei with that Fire Fang attack. And I believe that's Combat Blaze. No, that's a different Entei. That is the Entei from, also from Lost Thunder, I believe. You would, oh yeah, dude. Actually, I forgot about that. Suicune and Teleon isn't that much expensive, that much more expensive either. Like, it's probably the second cheapest standard deck right now. And plays your favorite Pokemon, bro. So I totally understand. I ride my bikes with no helmet. That's funny. Yo, Marco, question. Top 3 decks you would play for Indy? Ooh, oh gosh. Another Fire Blast from the Ho-Oh, taking another prize for Isaac, going down to 4. Top 3 decks. So knowing myself, I would probably play the cheapest deck, so I would probably play Mali. But it is the deck to beat right now, so to say. I imagine, dude, anything that doesn't lose to Collapse Stadium and that doesn't lose to Avery, because I feel like that's just the next best option here, right? Like, just going for bench hate. Even though Rapid Strike Malamar doesn't really rely on having that big of a bench, but like, I don't know. Rapid Strike Malamar seems like a good play. Obviously, Mew is insane. And then a rogue option would be my third. Some kind of rogue deck that plays fighting Pokemon. Honestly, I would probably play some, like, fighting X Arceus shenanigans. Exactly. Aaron did... I don't know, man. Mali is just, like, a safe play, I imagine. Because it's, like, at the end of the day, it's all one prizers, and they have to take 6 raw prizes. So, like, that deck will just be good for a while, in my opinion. The true play is Sharon's Care, Cross Switch, or Arceus, but no one wants to do it. That just sounds like Shaman Bats, bro. I feel like you could get there. That would just be a long game. Evo Soda to go into the Electivire on Nomar's side. Isaac's board, though, looking pretty mean at the moment with this already set up Entei, this already set up Ho-Oh, this basically set up Salazzle, the Volcanion as well. We haven't seen Isaac play Welder yet either, so we could just set up this Volcanion quite easily. Level Ball from Nomar. Let's see what he grabs here. Probably Electric, because Electric does have 90 HP. Electric is the perfect target for this right now. Or a Voltorb. To play Sharon's Care and Lysander the same turn, it's Dunzo. Yeah, I feel you. You just hunt out so many... You hunt out all the one prizers, no problem. You hunt out, like, all the base forms of things, like, as they come down. Like, you can just hunt Arceus Vs with it like that. Yo, what I think is really cool... I think that deck On Guard played in the late night series is dope. The Arceus V with Lycanroc V, or Arceus V Star with Lycanroc V Max. That deck is sweet. You're just smashing, you're just killing Sobbles for free and then smashing Arceuses for weakness. Yo, everyone should play Tool Scrapper in their deck going forward too. I think Tool Scrapper is like very underplayed. Arceus Lycanroc was so insane. Made top 8. Yeah, dude. Yo, what up, Fiendbus Manko? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. Alright, Isaac starting, kicking us back to his turn. Hitting that Evo Soda, searching out the Magcargo. The deck you don't play is Togekiss. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Togekiss is just worse Arceus. It searches you any 2 cards, but oh my gosh, how many turns are you going to do that for? You know what I mean? And here is, I believe that was Ultra Ball. Maybe? Question mark? Yes. Searching out the picks. Getting out Vulpix. I don't know what which Ninetales Isaac decided on here. I would imagine he decided on the one from Team Up that says you can discard 2 Fire Energies once per turn to Lysander or something. I played Lycanroc Arceus a few weeks ago at your tournament. Bro, I remember that. That deck was sweet. Yo, it looks like On Guard kind of like... Oh, I wonder if he was playing Raihan, because I remember we were like, yo, what if we played Raihan in this deck? Togekiss is good, but it does take a lot of thinking, and Marnie hurts so bad. Yeah, that too. Like, Marnie's seeing a lot more slots in decks, more than just like it's 2. I think people are like going up to like 3 copies now in some decks. It's crazy. You guys remember back in the day when people would play 4 ends in their deck? The Roast Reveal on Salazzle, I was going to draw 2 cards off of it. But, yeah, that was crazy times. What? Oh, man, he also has that Libero, Cinderace in his hand, too. Cinderace is another insane attacker in this format. Magma Basin attaching another energy from the discard pile to the Entei. It now has enough to do Eruption. Guzma to bring up the Zebstrika. Isaac fronting his Ho-Oh again. Fire Blast again. Burning Energy activates. Goes back to the hand. Isaac moving down to 3 prize cards. Tate and Liza from Nomar. Gonna shuffle his hand into his deck and draw 5 fresh cards. Tate and Liza is honestly bonkers in this format because it gets you out of Guzma stall or it gets you a fresh hand. So another one of those older supporters that, you know, saw fringe play in standard, but sees a copy, you know, you see it in almost every single deck in this format. It's just such a good card. And that's what the fun part about this format too is it gives some of the worst cards a chance to actually be insane. Like, we saw at the beginning of this format, Ball Guy was like one of the most played cards, but, you know, we kind of fell off of that. See, isn't that insane, too? This format's been going on long enough that we're forgetting about cards already that were in it. Like, that's how you know that there's a community behind this that's constantly trying to make this better. And if you haven't yet, too, I know there's a Tricky Gym Discord. You should go check out the Discord for that. They play GLC every Tuesday night via webcam or on TCGO. Tate and Liza did see little play when it was in standard, but it was good when it was needed. Yes, 100%. So many games you would see where like, whoa, this switch actually comes in clutch right now, or like, you know, it's a good card. I remember joking at locals. I'll be like, I'm playing Liza, and they're like, wait, why? Why aren't you saying the whole card name? I'm like, well, I'm doing the second part, right? Bad jokes from me. Oh, that Mad Cargo, speaking of another standard champion from back in the day. I believe this card was also printed way back in the day in the EX era, the lowercase EX era, like EX Holland Phantoms and all those sets. But this Mad Cargo has Smooth Over. It is from the Celestial Storm expansion. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a card and then put it on top. Well, shuffle your deck, then put it on top of your deck. So with, this synergizes well with the Salazzle that's on Isaac's bench too. The Salazzle does say discard a Fire Energy to it to draw 2 cards. So with Smooth Over, you can put the 1 card you want on top, and then Roast Reveal to draw it off of your deck immediately. You could also play Switching Cups in the deck too. That also takes a card off the top of your deck with a card in your hand. Lots of ways to manipulate the deck with my Cargo. It's really cool. Isaac paying the retreat cost of 2 on the Ho-Oh to go into the Entei with Eruption. Energy Retrieval, picking up these 2 Fire Energies, put them back into the hand. And right here, using Ninetales' ability, Nine Temptations, that card on the far right of Isaac's board next to the Volcanion, it says discard 2 fire energies from your hand to Lysander up a Pokemon. Choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon and make it their active. Hitting the Electivire, bringing that up, seeing that that card is probably one of the biggest threats in the deck. That 90 plus 90 if there's a special energy attached to it. So Eruption. Each player discards a top card of their deck. This attack does 60 more damage for each energy card discarded in this way. So Isaac wants to save this Smooth Over for the last minute to put a fire energy on top. The idea is hopefully he doesn't draw them all. I don't know if Isaac smoothed it over yet, but yeah, Eruption. If he does put that fire energy on top, it would knock it out, dealing 160 or 150 damage. Sorry, my apologies. And the Electivire has 140, so it would knock it out clean. Eruption. They discard the top card of their deck. Isaac hits the fire. And knocks it out. Isaac down to 2 prizes. Fire making a stomp right now. Nomar seeing the writing on the wall here.